Welcome back. Okay, so you should have answered question 6 now. So how do you think he feels? Do you think he feels scared, nervous, anxious, worried, excited? Many, many feelings there, definitely. I think if I was the archaeologist there, I'd be feeling apprehensive and in awe of this huge pyramid coming out of the ground to reveal this amazing face. That's how I would feel. So now the next question, we're going to move on a little bit further. I want you to be thinking about the relationship between the camel and the archaeologist, okay? So if they were going to be having a discussion, because there's no words in this film, what would they be saying, okay? And what makes you think this? So just have a little watch for a little bit longer, and I want you to really think about what would they be saying to each other and why do you think this? So right here, what would that conversation look like? What do you think the camel might say to the man, the archaeologist? And what do you think he might say back to the camel? Pause the video here. Have a go at answering that now. Welcome back. I bet you came up with some brilliant conversations there. I think mine would have gone a little bit like, oh my goodness, did you see that? And the archaeologist saying, I have no idea how that happened. The camel saying, well, I was just chewing my paintbrush and that thing rumbled the ground and out it came in full glory. Was your conversation a little bit like that too? Okay, so now I want you to watch this next part. All right, this bit's quite interesting. So the question is there, and I want you to think about where do you think this staircase will lead to? And what would you do if this happened to you? Okay, so let's watch this next part. Okay, what would you do here? Pause the video and I want you to answer that question now. Welcome back. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen next now? I loved the look there on the archaeologist and the camel's face. It's brilliant, isn't it? They're definitely looking at that pyramid in awe, quite shocked, quite taken aback, I think. They don't know what is going on and where those steps lead to. Now, what do you think happens next? Would you go up steps? Would you stay in the archaeologist hole? Okay, let's find out. So, what is going to happen next? That's what I'd like you to predict. Pause the video, predict what you think is going to happen. Okay, shall we see? Right then. What is going to happen now? Okay. The camel just had a glint of cheekiness in his eye. Did you notice that? Let me go back just a couple of seconds. Okay, just to about here. Watch this bit again. Watch the camel. And there's the man crawling right to the top. I'm going to pause it there. What do you think is going to happen? All right. So, what do you think he's going to discover as he goes through that entrance? Look at all those hieroglyphics as well, all around the entrance to the pyramid. What's he going to discover in there? And what do you think the camel is going to do? So think about so far what you know from the camel personality and from what you know about the man. What do you think the camel's going to do? And what do you think the man might discover inside this pyramid? Pause it here. Have a go at answering that question now. Okay, welcome back. So, how would you feel if you were the archaeologist at this point now, entering this amazing monument that you have just spent years researching? You really want to know so much about it. How would you feel? Elated is definitely one of the words I would have picked too. Well done. All right, then let's find out what happens next. Oh. Did you predict that? I kind of did. I thought he might do that. Oh, you just found a face like his. Oh, I'm pausing it there. What's going to happen? Where's the man? Oh dear. Okay, so how do you think the camel's feeling now at this point? He's just swallowed the oh, I've totally forgotten what it's called. The cartouche, sorry. He's just swallowed that. What do you think he's going to do? How do you think the archaeologist is feeling right now? Do you think he's going to escape? What's going to happen? I want you to predict now, using your prediction skills. Is the archaeologist going to escape? Yes or no? And if it's a no, what will happen to him? If it's a yes, how will he get out? How is the camel feeling right now? Now the pyramid is disappearing. Well, the face is disappearing back into the sand, and the only thing you can see is the pyramid. This is going to be quite a detailed prediction, children. I want you to really think about all that you know so far. What is going to happen next? Pause the video here. Have a go answering that question. Okay, welcome back. Should we find out if your prediction was right or not quite there? Should we see? Because it could be one or two things, couldn't it? Let's find out. Yeah! And I'm going to pause it right there. So what do you think happened to the archaeologist whilst he was inside that pyramid? What do you think he saw? I'd like you to really think about now, drawing on your knowledge that you have from your history that you're doing about Egyptians. What did he see inside that pyramid? What amazing things did he find? Okay. And now I want you to, once you've done that and pause the video and you've had a go at that, I'll come back to the next question. Pause the video and answer that question now. Okay, welcome back. We're going to watch the last little bit now. So I want you to be thinking about the conversation again between camel and an archaeologist. What would it be? What would they be saying to each other? How would they react? What would their feelings be? What would be the show, not tell kind of things, their facial expressions? What would that be showing? Let's watch and find out. Pause it there. What do you think? Okay, I want you to answer those last questions now. Okay, so what do you think the camel and man would say to each other? How do they feel? And what do you think the next chapter of this story, this visual literacy, would be? So pause the video there, answer those questions for me. Okay, welcome back. We're going to watch just the end of the story now, and I want you to think about, did you enjoy it? What did you like? What did you not like? And are there any other books? So we're thinking, remember I said at the beginning, when we read books, we start imagining them in our brains and we start imagining the pictures. So in a way, we've kind of, although we've watched this, we imagine that we've read it. Are there any books that you've read that are similar to this? And how would you have changed the story if you'd have been the author? Would you have changed the characters? Would you have changed the adventure that they went on? Or the man went on? Would you have changed how the pyramid came up out of the ground? What would you have changed? So we'd be thinking about those last few questions just while we watch the end. And pause there. Okay. So what I want you to do now, children, is I would love you to answer those questions for me. I would love it if you could really think about how to answer each one. If you need to go back to the others to add a little bit more detail in once you start to watch the film a bit more. And if you want to, you can just wind this film back and you can look at part 1 as well and have a look over that. I really am excited to see what your predictions were and what you thought were going to happen. And was it exactly what happened? Were you close or were you very far away from that? Have lots of fun watching the last part of that video again, children, and you can go back and watch it again. And if you want to, this is the name of the film if you want to watch it on YouTube as well. Now you take care now, year 3, and I'll see you very soon. Bye now.